Alright. I managed to get my car on top of the train tracks here. Which I kept saying in another video, I kept calling this a subway. Which I'm fairly certain is wrong because it's above ground. I'm pretty sure it's just a train or a tram or something. But it's cool how they leave hidden items on the top of rooftops, and I just found a hidden package and a flamethrower. And a flamethrower is a rare weapon in this game. So here's where you go for Tony Cipriani's missions.
Take a seat, kid. Take a goddamn seat. So the laundry won't pay any protection, huh? The triads think they can mess with me? Let's teach these would-be tough guys what it means to be a tough guy.
Teach him some respect. No son of mine gets it by some triads. Your father, God
Sorry,
rest
Ma.
his soul, took no crap from no triads
Yes,
back in
Ma.
Sicily.
I want you to destroy their laundry vans and mangle any triad gimp that gets in your way. 8-Ball can supply you with what you're gonna need.
So now I'm doing Tony's missions, which I think are probably the most fun, important ones. It's all about the gang war with the triads, which I find really interesting. It kind of makes me think of Shaft with the with the mafia going against the Harlem gang. I don't remember what they were called, but I always think in that cutscene, like I always remember when I first played it. Why does Tony get so immediately impatient? As soon as your guy walks in, he's like, "Take a goddamn seat!" Like he just says, "Take a seat, take a goddamn seat," before the dude can even react. But I guess it's fitting of a angry mobster. And it's also pretty funny when you're just sitting there, you only see Tony and your guy talking, and then well, your guy never talks, but you just see Tony and your guy sitting there, and then you suddenly hear, "Teach him some respect." His mom is off screen yelling at him. So yeah, you just go over to 8-Balls, and there's just some grenades over there. Probably the first area where you get grenades. I kind of suck with the grenades in this game, though. The throwing's a little off and inconsistent. Like the longer you hold circle, the farther it'll go. And right there, I just completely overthrew it. It went over the little alcove or whatever, so I'm just gonna drive by them. Now I have a lot of ammo for the Uzi here, I'm realizing. Yeah, that's all this mission really is. Just blow up these 3 triad vehicles, because the triads run some sort of fish market. Anyway, about Tony, I like his voice actor quite a bit. Michael Madsen does his voice, which I didn't know till a few years ago, but I always thought that Tony's voice sounded really familiar because he's Mr. Blonde in one of my favorite movies, Reservoir Dogs. Which is a really good movie if you like stuff like this. So all I did was hurt myself with that. I killed that triad, but I think I took off like half my health. I didn't know how much health I had before, but the grenades do me more harm than good a lot of the time, which is a shame because I really like using grenades in games. Better just get out of there. I like how you leave bloody footprints when you walk through the blood. I don't think I had ever seen that in a game before this. I think I intentionally hit that. Oh no, I was going for the health. It's kind of fun to watch these back when it's been like a few weeks since you've recorded them, because you just see like what a maniacal freak people seem like when they play this game. Like, you know, you just driving around crazy, get out of the car, start shooting at people, drive into cars constantly, always speeding, always running people over. I think I'm just trying to find where they are right here. But yeah, I always thought it was cool to like park your car in the middle of the street, get out, start shooting a bunch of people, and then get back in. But yeah, anyways, Tony is the protagonist of Liberty City Stories, which I actually really like. I don't like how GTA, the GTA series, aside from GTA 3 until like GTA 4, they were all prequels. And I remember when I noticed that, I was just like, Jesus Christ, they're all prequels. Vice City, Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories, and San Andreas, they're all prequels. I don't know what they were thinking with that. I don't mind Vice City being a prequel, because Vice City wasn't really meant as a prequel. it was more just a game set in a time before this, and it's set in a different city with an entirely different cast of characters. And I think Vice City is one of the only ones that did it right. And an interesting, like, stupid fact that I know, that station I was just listening to, they played a snippet of a song as you know, as an advertisement, as radio stations do, that's actually not played on that station. That dude was running at me, and he's like, "Well, this dude just blew up a bunch of cars. I'm not gonna do anything." It is funny to watch people do that, though. Sometimes pedestrians will approach you and then back off, and I don't know why I'm just beating up all these guys. That guy saying, "I don't deserve this," if it's audible in the recording, there's a guy that goes, "I don't deserve this," a lot in this game. It's one of the most memorable audio clips for me. I still say that all the time when annoying things happen. I think I was looking for a secret over here or something, but yeah, I like how the Callahan Bridge is destroyed from the opening cutscene, and you can't get to it until it doesn't get repaired. You can't access other areas until you progress in the story. It's a very old style of gaming element. Of story progression, I guess. But yeah, I've been collecting some hidden packages, so now I got a pistol at my hideout. For free. So that's pretty cool.
Making people bleed. Or trying to. He'll never be as tough as his pop. But he left you a note on the table.
The laundry has agreed to pay. You did real good, kid. Go collect the cash and bring it back here. Watch out for the triads. They may be shoving a firecracker up your ass. But don't take no crap. Nobody, I mean nobody, messes with Tony Cipriani.
That's what I was talking about in another video. How there's a lot of missions left by letters. I think... Yeah, Tony's the one that does it the most, I think. I don't know why they do that. I think it's kind of stupid. I'd rather just have a interaction with the character, but... Yeah, it's also interesting to note that he pronounces his own name Tony Cipriani, when in every other instance it's Tony Cipriani. I guess he just read it wrong or something, and they did not have the time to go back and change it, or maybe they just thought it was funny. I don't know how involved the voice actors really are with the games themselves, because sometimes they really get into them a lot. Back then, I don't think they put much involvement into the game. I think they were just doing the job. So here's a dead drop. It's obviously a trap. I like going and picking up briefcases in like empty alleyways. I think that kind of shit's cool. I like this cutscene, all these triads approaching you. You can stay and fight them, which I attempted to do a couple of times. I just kept getting killed because the aiming is so horrible in this game. I tried to get away, and of course they just pulled me right out of my car. Yeah, and then a fish van comes after you, and you have to kill all of them. And I don't like this Esperanto vehicle. It's pretty slow. And yeah, and also this van too. I kind of like the idea of gang members showing up in a yellow van. It's just, I don't know. It's better than this whole like poppin' fresh shit that gangs are always trying to be represented as now in media. I sound like I'm doing some sort of shitty review. It's just how I was naturally talking. It came out that false intellectual sounding, but that should take care of them. This is a pretty easy mission. I think it's a pretty cool mission just because I like the whole go pick up the money, you know, go pick up the briefcase in the alley, and there was a trap. I just think it was cool. Oh yeah, and I encountered some kind of weird glitch here where that guy, it's telling me to kill him, but he's dead. Or he's just not getting up. So I decided to make the brilliant decision of killing cops. I think it's cool to shoot the cops. Again, it makes me, well, not again, but something I say again because it reminds me of Reservoir Dogs, and I was just talking about Reservoir Dogs, is when they're shooting the cops in Reservoir Dogs. I just thought that was really cool, because it gives you, it's not like the feeling of just shooting a mindless thug. It's like, oh shit, you're shooting a cop. You know, because for one thing, they're technically good guys, and, you know, the second reason is it's just, that's serious shit, shooting a cop. That's going to get you into some serious trouble. Shooting a gang member, you know, is dangerous too, but shooting a cop, you know, that's, you know, law, you know, federal law, government you know, that you've just murdered someone who's a, you know, really well respected in society. It's not like that murdering a gang member, but you will have the gang mad at you. But gangs are mad at everyone, so it just, I think it holds a lot of weight to kill a cop if it's done in an interesting way in a movie or video game. I like this too. He just runs in there and then just runs back out. I guess he just dropped it off and left. Weird music plays from right there as well.
I swear that boy Mark don't know
Don
something.
Salvatore has called a meeting. I need you to collect the limo and his boy Joey from the garage. Then get Luigi from his club. Come back here and pick me up. Then we'll all drive over to the boss's place together. Those triads, they don't know when to stop. They want a war, they got a war. Now get going.
So you're gonna meet the Don, which is a
Girlfriend.
pretty serious shit. I would never want to meet the Don of the Mafia, whatever, because I just don't want to have anything to do with the Don. You know, I wouldn't want to have anything to do with the Capo either. It's Tony Cipriani's the Capo. I just wouldn't want to have anything to do with the Mafia at all. But for if you're, you know, criminal like your guy is, I guess that means really well-paying money. Well-paying money. Well-paying employers. Anyway, this mission, it's pretty boring. You just go and pick up Luigi, Joey, and Tony. I don't know why Tony, you can just pick up Tony right then. I don't know. And then you just go to drive to the Don's place.
How you doing?
I read in some instances Joey will just wear his like mechanic clothes in this mission, which is interesting. I think it's only in some PS2 versions of the game. And I also found out recently too that not every PS2 version of the game starts off with the DMA Design logo, because that was the original name of Rockstar North. Now most of them, pretty much every new copy, like the Xbox versions and the PC version, will all say Rockstar North, and a lot of PS2 versions will say Rockstar North. But I actually have a very old copy then, if this company wasn't even referred to as Rockstar North yet. Because in the very first video I left the logo in and it does say DMA Design, which is pretty cool to me. Oh god, this is so stupid. I don't like driving the limos either. They handle badly, they're slow, and they're hard to turn without hitting things. But back to a previous point. Yeah, every game in the GTA 3 era, as it's referred to, is a prequel, except for Grand Theft Auto 3. So technically, Grand Theft Auto 3, the events of Grand Theft Auto 3 are the last events to happen in the entire series, which is just in complete reverse. And that's kind of irritating, because I would have liked to have seen a sequel to this game, because they're all related. Although Vice City's kind of in its own world, but it doesn't take place in an alternate universe or anything. No, Vice City and Vice City Stories are much more related than San Andreas' Liberty City Stories and Grand Theft Auto 3. But I would have liked to have seen a sequel. But I do like I said, with Vice City it didn't bother me. And I think, I do like the way they did it with Liberty City Stories. I think a direct prequel to Grand Theft Auto 3 with Tony Cipriani as the main character is cool. So, wait so fucking long for Luigi to get in the vehicle.
How you doing, kid?
Looks like he just got in the passenger seat. Is your guy supposed to be young? I always thought that, because he doesn't look that young, but most people call him Kid. But anyways, Liberty City Stories is good, but I do think they got some things wrong with Tony Cipriani. I don't mind his personality, but his personality, it just doesn't seem like the same guy. It really doesn't seem like the same guy. And I think one of the biggest reasons is they didn't have the same voice actor. I don't have a problem with Tony Cipriani's voice actor in Liberty City Stories, but Michael Madsen's just got such a distinctive voice, and a lot of Tony's personality came from Michael Madsen's voice, I feel like. And just the way things are delivered. I mean, just listen to this right here. If he'll ever get in the car. I hate when they do that slight turn and then keep walking. Yeah, what the hell? Get in the damn car.
No fancy crap.
I always like he just gets in the car and immediately says no fancy crap. He's just so against fancy driving. Like 3 times since you started taking missions from him, he's like, no fancy crap. God, this is just a million car pileup. But yeah, if Michael Madsen still did the voice to Tony in Liberty City Stories, I think Tony would have seemed a lot more like Tony. Yeah, I like this area. I like this, like, off to the edge of the city area where the Don's mansion is. I also like how the Triads block your way. The Triad ambush is no big deal. It's just more tedious to avoid than it is fun or challenging.
You did good back there, kid. Real good. Come on, let's introduce you to the Don.
Hey, Luigi!
Oh, my girls have been missing you so long, Salvatore. You've been away too
You
long.
tell them once this unfortunate business is taken care of, we'll all go down to the club and celebrate, okay? There's my boy.
How you doing, Pop?
You got yourself a good woman yet? Hey, your mother, God bless her soul, would be turning over in her grave to see you without a wife.
I know, Pop. I'm working on it.
Tony! How's your mama? She's a great woman, you know. Strong. Firenze.
She's good. Fine.
Terrific, terrific. Now listen, you guys, you go inside while I talk to our new friend here. I see nothing but good things for you, my boy.